Hey, what's going on, shrimp keepers? I wanted to show you an issue that I'm running into. So right now, basically you're looking at the shrimp room over here, and it's, sorry for the focus, it's got super high humidity in there. It's like 70%. And what happens is I got these metal awnings or rafters or whatever you want to call them, and they pop down into the ceiling of the fish room. And so these are extremely cold because they're touching the ceiling, which has snow on it. And so it's creating like crazy amounts of condensation. And so what I do is I run a fan right there, and as you can see, here's the other fan. And they're just these two chunky fans that I got from one of my buddies. And they blow air up there so that the condensation doesn't collect and it doesn't drop down to the fish room. But if you walk in here, you got crazy amounts of water right here. Oh, I'm doing a video real quick. Amanda's feeding the shrimp. And then I got a bucket up here that I was actually catching condensation. But look at all of this. And so that creates a huge issue because one, the water is going through the insulation, which is above this, and it's coming down and then it's dripping into the fish tank. So it's taking all that fiberglass with it. And like you can see, it got so bad that it dripped down onto here and got this all warped out. And so it's just like, it's such a pain in the butt. So what I had to do is I went to Menards and got one of these huge warehouse fans that I actually have one of these running right over there, and that blows all of the humidity outside. And so I run that all year round just to keep the humidity down in the overall building. And so I'm gonna install this puppy. I gotta cut this hole out bigger and then install it up there, and I'm hoping at least temporarily that will solve the problem so that I stop getting that humidity buildup. But it was so bad, like you can see there's even water driplets all over this stuff from where it was dripping down. And I mean, it's just a huge issue. So there's a couple bad things that happen with it. Is it actually gets in the walls and it will mold really bad. And then it also will get stuck up in the ceiling and get on the top of the OSB that is the ceiling and mold all that out. So all those things are not good. And so yeah, so I'm actually going to install this fan real quick. Hopefully I can get it in pretty quickly because it's definitely a serious issue that needs to be addressed. I have this huge fan that I had to dry it off, and luckily that thing is a beast, and it dried it off pretty quickly within a couple hours. And but I can't run that all year because that thing pulls like, oh, it's something ridiculous, like 15 amps or something. Well, it's actually only 6.4 amps. But still, if you run this all like 12 hours a day for a month, you're looking at a couple $100 in electric. That's my guess, which is not fun. So this is only, I think this one's only like 0.8 amps, which is nothing. So, not that you guys care anything about amperage, but yeah, so I'm gonna get that hooked in, and then I'll show you guys the finished result and hopefully give you guys some tips for controlling humidity in your fish rooms. Alright, so I totally just made this thing work. I want to make it look a little prettier, but I ran into an issue. So this white pipe down here, and I'm sorry if you can't hear me, I got this fan running, but this white pipe right here is water line. So I can't cut that out without like freaking rerouting the entire thing, and I really don't feel like doing that. And so I'm just making this look cool, a little neater. My work desk down there. So it wouldn't fit. I even cut out this metal 2x4s or studs or whatever you want to call them, metal studdy, to try to get it up in there. But the top's just hitting on the ceiling, so nowhere you can go there. Can't go down any lower. And this is actually the drywall on the inside. I mean, it's not this, but it's on the other side of this is the wall. And so like this thing can't go down much farther anyway, or it's just gonna be blown straight into a wall. And so I got it up there as high as I can. Hopefully this thing's gonna put out a ton of flow to really slow this thing down. So now I have to start doing, I mean, this whole thing's just a freaking, I didn't know what I was doing when I first set up the shrimp room, and I messed up. So here's my solution. Come springtime, we are completely ripping out the ceiling and exposing just the bare metal, so it'll look like this ceiling. So just bare metal. We're gonna get rid of everything that's running up there. And any wiring that's running up there, we're just gonna reroute it or whatever, because I know how to do that. Plumbing shouldn't be too bad. And then I'm gonna spray this entire ceiling with insulation, the spray insulation. And that way we eliminate the metal so that it can't create condensation, and so the humidity won't be an issue as much anymore. And the other thing is, we started covering these tanks. I really just need to buy glass for them, because glass will really cut down on evaporation. But these, you're never gonna cover these because they're huge, and I really don't feel like covering them. I mean, that would be a huge undertaking. This you're never gonna cover, and these tanks are like a bear to cover, because you got the plumbing on the top, and it's just like it's a pain in my butt. So I run 3 dehumidifiers in here. Like, this is how bad it was dripping. Like, check this out. Like, the floor is legit wet, and this is hours after I found it. When I first found it, I was gonna make a video, but I was so pissed off. Sorry for my language. But I was so mad that I couldn't even make a video. But like this gives you an idea. There's humidity seeping down through this wall. It's running 73% humidity in here, which is ridiculous. It's just a huge pain in my butt. But like look at this. Like, the humidity is so bad. There's literally water droplets on this, which is coming from the inside of this. Like, here, we'll check out another receptacle and see, or a plug, and see if there's condensation on it. Like, let's see if this one. Yeah, like, here's a great example. Like, look at this. Like, that's just not good. That's not good at all. And like, water, just straight water. Like, that's how bad it is. And so, like, really, we're gonna run into some big issues if it doesn't get taken care of quickly. And so, just one of those things. It is a pain in the butt. So, if you're gonna do this, do it right. Cover your tanks, run a dehumidifier, run 2, run 3, whatever you need, because humidity is bad. Because not only will it create mold, but it will it could ruin some stuff. So that's my piece of advice. So I got some more undertaking to go. I got to clean up all this stuff if it will ever focus, which it never does. There we go. And just get going at it. So you guys make it a great night, and hopefully I can get this all taken care of. So I'll talk to you guys soon.